My name is Adrian Pagdin from AJP Consulting. Welcome to our e-learning series on project management. Each module is designed as a refresher for one of the key topics, tools or techniques on project management, starting with completing a terms of reference through to completing project closure and lessons learned. Capsule number 7, Milestones. The purpose of this 5-minute refresher capsule is to provide you with the confidence and the tools to apply and execute milestones effectively in your project plan. So let's start off with a brief refresher. Imagine arriving at a sign that tells you on the one side that it's 30 miles to London and on the other side that it's 7 miles to Reading. Depending on your circumstances, you must now decide where to head for, given the absolute distances and your speed of travel. Often referred to as islands of stability, a milestone is a planned full stop in the project delivery. They are usually scheduled at the conclusion of a significant phase or coinciding with the delivery of a significant product or products. The milestone provides an opportunity to review progress against the plan. Unlike scheduled review points, milestones are conducted without any ongoing work, so the absolute nature of the comparison provides the basis for a firm stop, go, redirect decision. So let's now be clear about the purpose of a milestone. Most project practitioners will be able to quote projects that should have been closed down, but were allowed to continue into extinction or worse, deliver something that was no longer needed by the business. A milestone is represented by a diamond on the schedule, but it's also a stop point to ask these 3 questions. Do we still need this project? Do we still want the outcomes? And can we still achieve the project objectives? In the absence of these structured milestones, there are no other mechanisms to question and stop the project in the heat of delivery. So now that we've looked at what they are and how they work, let's take a look at some criteria to enter and exit milestones. I mentioned earlier that milestones give us the opportunity to measure progress in absolute terms. To enable this then, entry conditions must be satisfied to demonstrate that what had been planned up to the milestone point has been completed to the required quality. Obviously, the entry criteria will be dependent on the work leading up to it, deliverables signed off, tests completed, reports completed, payments received, audit complete, etc. Once the milestone has been achieved, the actions will vary. Generally, a report will be produced that will measure progress against the actual, review the budgets remaining, and then ask some specific questions. Do we still need it? Do we still want it? If a project is stopped at a milestone because it can no longer achieve its objectives, then that is far better than a project continuing on to that same conclusion and failure at a later state, having consumed even more resources. I'd like to now conclude with some best practice. In the heat of delivery, there will be less will to question the project's value than if they are agreed in advance. Everyone involved with the project, from the sponsor through the project manager to the client and the project team, will have some emotional attachment to the project. It's vital that the stakeholders be educated as to the main reasons for milestones and the possibility that the project be stopped at a milestone. One way of doing this very effectively is to introduce sign-off governance for every milestone with unambiguous entry, success, and exit criteria, and to allow changes to these criteria only through change control. Ultimately, projects without milestones have a significant potential to run out of control. I hope that you've enjoyed this capsule. Please feel free to browse our other online resources, and if you'd like to know more about open or in-house workshops, please contact us.